what's happening, Population Nation. Now, not something I normally make videos about, not on my main channel anyway, but Keir Starling, two-tier Keir, and the Labour government. Labour used to stand for the working man, the working class. Now, it's just... I saw through him, I saw through Tony Blair, and even back then, I was much younger back then, you know, and what we've got today, I've been saying to my partner for over a decade now, don't take this the wrong way, but most people who vote are thick. They don't know what they're voting for, they don't read the manifesto. Because I'm a bit nerdy, I do, and I know the last election was more a punishment of Conservatives than people wanting Labour, but this is why we need to get rid of the Uni Party, and love him or hate him, Trump set out his policies. I know some people don't agree with some of them, some people love others, but at least he's doing what he said he was going to do, and we need someone like that. The people who voted for Trump, who wanted change, like the border closed, inflation to come down, better economy, and all I've seen since Starmer has been in is absolutely an abomination of the office that he holds. He does not give a crap about the working class people. When he cares more about Ukraine and Greenland's borders than he does our own. When he cares more about rapists than the victims. And now,
once but twice in the main, been exonerated, that Keir Starmer, given that advice, then allowed the authorities and the judicial system to pursue again, even though they've been cleared not once but twice.
Okay.
Richie there that you just had on in the VT, 13 years it took him to clear his name because of Keir Starmer.
Yeah. No, look, what they will say, and no doubt they do say, / will say tomorrow,
this is disgraceful.
The book in question in this latest revelation from the Daily Telegraph, in which Keir Starmer wrote a chapter for this disgraced lawyer who was struck off in part for fraudulently making up evidence about British troops, was written...
Oh, he loves backing up the pedos and the wrong'uns and the fraudsters. Rachel from accounts, that traitor Sunak. Oh, he sticks up for them.
In 2008. So he will have had no idea at this point that this guy had done anything wrong.
Jamaican murderers on death row.
In 2011 that Keir Starmer obviously claims he had nothing to do with. Nina, there's no getting around.
His top priority was getting a British citizen from an Egyptian jail. And the Egyptians wouldn't lock this guy up for no reason, but Keir Starling said it's top priority to get this guy back. Back from where? He was in Egypt. He hates white people. He wants to kill all white people and people from the West. And it was his top priority. And then after, when questioned, well, I didn't know about the tweets at the time. It's your top priority, man. You're a flipping lawyer. And you didn't know this. And then you try and squirm your way out of it. You piece of shit.
What absolutely catastrophic look this is for the Prime Minister. All round.
Catastrophic look.
the cases he got
He's a
involved
he-
in,
he's a
the fact that he did it for free,
he's a
so that there's no cab rank rule
catastrophe.
whatsoever, and the fact that he is now the man in charge of our armed forces who has just helped to pass a law that will prosecute British veterans.
And they wonder why people don't want to join the army. And what is it? More British people in 1 year went to join ISIS than sign up for the army. Let that sink in. More British citizens went to join ISIS than our army.
This is extrapolating the facts to a ludicrous level. It is the idea
Ludicrous.
that Keir Starmer is anti-British is
Anti-British? Didn't he say he'd pick Davos over the British Parliament? That is anti-British. Wanting to destroy our farming community. Raising taxes and killing off the working class. Wanting to bring the third world, well, we are going to be a third world country at the rate we're going. Bringing all these people in and their rights top our rights. And this woman here, look at it, like journalist and broadcaster.
quite
He
ludicrous.
doesn't seem to like many of the sectors of our society.
Just can I just finish? You, three men have talked so long and not allowed a woman to come in till now. Okay,
Not
how
a
long have
woman
the
to
three of
come
you
in
been
now.
talking? Thank you. And it was 2007 that this
Point your
case
finger.
that he took pro bono. Now, he's perfectly entitled to take a pro bono case. He's worked for Amnesty International. These are all very worthy causes.
And Amnesty International isn't aware because we know they're as bent as hell and in bed with the globalist agenda. And, just look at that charity that was funneling arms and what's it to Gaza and
You would imagine. You wouldn't go against Amnesty International, for instance. would you?
Prosecuting British veterans?
No, but
Yeah,
the
British
thing is,
veterans.
a barrister is just an instrument of the law.
When
He's not an instrument of the law, he's an instrument of himself and his ideology and his cronies.
paid.
But he chose to take the
But he chose to take the case because he was being asked
He
to
chose to
assist
case it,
on
asked to
points
assist
of law.
Free.
That's exactly
on
what he
fucking
did.
Why would you do
over
it for free?
Well,
With
what-
respect, Ian, you
because
wouldn't turn up
pro
here,
bono,
would you?
because he believes in justice.
Our armed
Can you-
forces.
Can any of you say to me, have there been any war crimes committed by British troops?
Possibly, but
Possibly has. But when you see, like, the grooming gangs, again, I hate bringing this up, but it is. It's the biggest, like, scandal and tragedy. I would say more girls have ruined and had their lives ruined and their families than. I mean, the British troops since have been over there, full stop. I didn't agree with us doing it. But we didn't go over there purposely to kill and rape. In fact, if you watch the documentaries, they even try and stop it.
not in the
Yes,
cases
exactly.
that happened here.
No, not that particular case. But it's quite true that war crimes are committed, and when they are committed, we should know about them, and whoever
Yes, we
perpetrated
should.
them
War's
should
a
be
dirty
prosecuted and
business.
because you can't.
Why send them over there to do a job and then persecute them afterwards? It's like a dirty government loop.
Now, hang on. You talked long enough.
Hang on, you
talked
talked long
As
enough.
you said rightly, in
It doesn't mean you can talk for the rest of the show, Nina. Sorry.
I have hardly said a word. You talked.
Right, can we just get on with this?
Yeah,
please?
you've already said a
Thank
word.
you.
Do you want to
It was
know?
you that interrupted.
You just don't
So in
interrupt it.
2008
Yeah, waste your time being up your own arse. I hate this. When people say, that's a good question, we need to have a No, we don't need to have a fucking conversation.
He became DPP.
Actions speak
and
louder
after
than
that, had
words.
Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Right.
So the fact that China was later found to be a fraud and struck off was a decade beyond when he'd had any
Okay.
dealings with him at all. So I will not take it
Okay.
that,
Right,
that he
fine.
was somehow
Okay.
marred with a crook
Yeah, all right,
and in
okay,
cahoots to
right.
make the veterans
Rother.
somehow go through torture.
Patrick, I just
And you know, there, fucking disgusting, fucking disgrace. Probably have the police bashing my door down tomorrow. Something needs to be done. I remember as a child seeing on TV the protests against the poll tax, and I know a little bit about human rights after being through court over my daughter. And he's supposed to be a human rights lawyer, but he's not. If he cares more about the criminals than the victims, then that doesn't make him a human rights lawyer. That just makes him a sellout. Someone, and that's why he's holding on to power. He's a narcissistic. If he took the test, he would qualify. He would be the dark triad, a soulless, empty vessel of self-righteousness on his indoctrination and his beliefs and his globalist, ideological, ruinous agenda. I hate it. I hate seeing what this country's got. It's making me so mad. It really does. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, comments. Why? Why? I don't want my children grown up in this world and their children seem to be a minority in their own country. Shit everywhere, potholes everywhere. You know, even myself now, you know, because I'm classed as disabled, you know, I need a walking stick, I can't move like I used to. Like, I have to be extra careful crossing the road in case some flipping jihadi decides to run me over. Or I'm walking down and, like, someone just appears behind me and you know, no, it's wrong. It's wrong. Human rights, no. He has betrayed our human rights and he needs taken to court and holding accountable. The whole lot of them. Disgrace. Disgusting.